Demo Dabble.
Hey guys, we're back this time with a demo that I know is a game that is out, or at least it's early access, but I think it's been released. It's Knights in Tight Spaces, which I think there's a game called Fights in Tight Spaces. I swear that's a real thing. I haven't played it before, so it could be a huge mistake for me to be playing this now instead of that, but I don't care. Since when do I care? Unlike before, I did not actually pay attention to what type of game this was supposed to be, and not knowing for sure if Fights in Tight Spaces was a game or not, or just something that I'm making up in my head. I can't really go off of that knowledge either. I'm seeing a warrior and a mage and a ranger of sorts. So this could just be Gauntlet. It's real possible I'm just about to play new Gauntlet. So let's play. So it looks like there's multiple modes, but for the demo there's only story, which is fine. Whoa! Honorable, that would be the most relaxing way to play. Noble, where enemies are easier to dispatch and a balanced hand should be drawn each turn. Brave is default, enemies have regular health and damage, no restarts allowed. Interesting. Hardy, minimal deck assistance. Don't know what that means. No rollbacks or restarts. Heroic is the toughest challenge. No hand assistance. Enemies are stronger in every way. Now I'm starting to think this is a card game. So we're going to go Brave. And I remembered to turn off Flux this time. In the previous week's Demo Dabble, I didn't. Luckily, that was a dark game, so most of you shouldn't have noticed the extra yellowness. So we've got a cleric and we've got a rogue. I feel like most people with these two choices are going to go rogue, therefore I'm going to go cleric. They are a combination of fighter and magic user, channeling higher forces in the pursuit of good. That's my archetype. This art is fantastic and this color usage just... oh, it's wonderful. You're so... in a way, it kind of sucks that there's so many great artists out there and knowing how many of them we're gonna miss out on. Drives me crazy. Anyway, my stats are 35 pluses and 0 starbursts. See if I can mouse over that and tells me what that is. No, it doesn't. I'm guessing 35... well, it could be healing or it could be health related. I don't know. Statuses, I'm able to use magic attacks. I will deal 0.25% damage to supernatural enemies. Supernatural, interesting. And I have 1 mace. I'm looking at the image of me and I would say I have 1 large ass mace. Edith Glenn is this person's name. Okay. I think it's a she. But let's see. I've got... it looks like, oh right, you guys can't see my pointer. It looks like an icon on top of the, that's what I'm looking to say. On top of the cards here, I'm guessing 10 is the deck size that I have because there are 10 cards below. We have Dash, which moves 2 tiles. Slip, which is moved to either side of an adjacent character or move 1 tile. Okay, a Quick Kick. Deal 4 damage and 1 push. Push if the destination tile is occupied, deal damage. Okay. I'm just reading these. I'm already getting into this. What do we got here? We've got Righteous Strike. Deal 6 damage plus an extra 1.5% damage to supernatural enemies. I don't like the thin font of red on the dark gray background, though. That's not good. We've got Heavy Strike, deal 14 damage to target up to 2 tiles away. Ground Pound, playing some Mario, causes 1 push in all directions. Neat. Palm Strike, deal 8 damage. Gain plus 2 damage modifier at the start of the next turn. It's not just the font color on the background or the size that's causing me to speak weirdly with this. I'm noticing that you guys can't see my cursor, so it's not happening for you. My cursor is partly blocking a little bit of the letters. So, for example, in this case, the word gain could be goin for all I know, except I don't think that's a word, or garn, because of a part of the chevron shape of the cursor is blocking it. Charity, discard 2 random cards, gain 6 health. It says magic, so it can only be used by an attuned character. And then there's some tiny red font next to a symbol. I have no chance of reading that. Not even going to try. Demonstrate faith. Special. Oh, the other one was special too. I didn't realize that. Lose all block. Deal 5 damage to all characters. Friendly fire is possible. Does not trigger support attacks. Oh, interesting. Okay. And this is a quick block, which is to add 6 block, which prevents damage from attacks. Okay, I think we're good. Welcome. Knights in Tight Spaces is a complex deck-building tactical action game. Before you start, do you wish to play through the tutorial? Yeah, oh, hey, look, I have played Fights in Tight Spaces. New features only. Sweet. I was right about something. That doesn't happen all the time. We're going to go full tutorial. We should all know how to play this game. Oh my god, that is such good art. Oh, it's like graphic novel-ish in all honesty. But you know what? The game's loud. Hang on. The game was very loud for me all of a sudden. The music started to crescendo in a way that it wasn't before. Okay, so Knights in Tight Spaces is a turn-based deck-building fighting game. Okay, use QE to rotate your view left and right. Try it now. Don't you tell me what to do. That looks fantastic. That is just gorgeous. All right. Ooh. Did anybody else know the music was going to drop like that? I didn't know the music was going to drop like that. I haven't even done anything in this game and I already want it. As if my library wasn't massively oversized to begin with. All right, let's use the mouse to highlight cards in your hand and press left to select spinning back fist. Nice, that all moves very well. The font is larger this time, so it's much easier to read the red font. I don't know why that would be different between menu and game mode. That seems strange to me. So anyway, we're going to do spinning back fist. Deal 15 damage and draw 2 cards. Range is 2, so it does look like this guy's two distance from me. Let's see who we are exactly here. So tutorial brawler, so I'm just some random brawler. Unarmed attack deals plus 50% damage. We don't seem to get tooltips for anything terrain-wise, at least not yet. What we're fighting is a skeleton warrior. You know what that is, right? A reanimated warrior ready to resume combat on the eternal battlefield, that whole thing. They have a long strike where they can attack me as well. They gain 4 block every 1 turn. That's not sweet. Anyway, so I clicked it. So can I unclick? Okay, yeah. So see, when I'm mousing over them, they return to their spot. But once I click one, it stays active like that. Always a plus. That's super necessary little UI things like that. So I'm glad they did it. All right, so we did that. Move the selection cursor to the indicated tile and press left to carry out the action, right to cancel a selection or toggle. Oh, the selection cursor, we're talking about this yellow outline. For a second, I thought they were talking about the red spinning thing, but it's not. It's talking about this. That's not what a spinning back fist looks like. This game is terrible. I will never play any more of it. Some cards can... something interesting happened there with the art, but no, I don't see any... Okay, never mind. I'll worry about that later. Some cards require momentum to play. Really? You can see this indicated on the top right of the card. Okay, they got it circled for us here on jump attack. If a card cannot be played, its momentum cost will be shown in red. Okay. Interesting. Your current momentum is shown here at the top. Next to it is the amount of momentum you will start with next turn. So it looks like we gain currently 3 momentum per turn. We're going to play the focus card to refill momentum. I see it costs 0 momentum to do that, so that's good to know. So we played it, now we got ourselves 1 momentum. So now, because it's higher, we can play the jump attack card. Oh wait, what's this? You can see the minimum and maximum range of an attack in the card's data. So it looks like we've got this 2-way arrow here. It says 2 to 2. Huh. Okay, so since it says 2 to 2, does that mean you must use this 2 squares away? You can't also just happen to use it 1 square away? That's how I'm taking that. Alright, we're going to use the jump attack card now. Nice. The animation is so good. You are now close enough. Oh, it moved us. Interesting. You are now close enough to... Oh, that answers my question. So yeah, it did say minimum and maximum. And I just ignored it even though I read it. And that's why the minimum is also 2, is because it's going to move your guy to the spot. Okay. You are now close enough to the enemy to use the jab card. Use it to dispatch your adversary now. That's not what a jab looks like. All right, we're going to have to talk with these guys. We just won our first fight. A fight ends when every opponent has been defeated, or when you have completed all the main objectives. Alright, let's talk about your opponents. During your quests, you will come across a variety of enemies. You will sometimes be given warning where and when new enemies will arrive. Look for this marker. Okay, so I think it's those let me get my mouse off of the grid here. So you can see I'm moving it in between these 2 yellow marked squares. Looks like the direction they're going to come in from. So if the tile is blocked at the end of the turn, the enemy will be prevented from arriving until the next turn. We saw that in... Oh, not Pawnbarian. Actually, you guys haven't even seen that now that I think about it. I just played those on my own. I didn't make episodes of them. It's not Pawnbarian anyway. It's a different chess themed game. You will eventually see the chess games I'm talking about. They're on the list for Rob for Bud, Suds, and Duds and or Dishing It. But they had kind of a similar mechanic there. And I think, didn't Into the Breach also have a mechanic like that? You will sometimes be given warning where and when new enemies will arrive. If the tile is blocked, the enemy will be prevented from arriving until the next turn, so it doesn't cancel it out. Okay. Press enter or click the end turn button to finish your turn. End turn is down here. Aha, they rise from the ground. Alright, we can click the show info button or press alt at any time to see the current health of all the enemies on the board. Oh, quick info, show info is down here. Okay. Yeah, we've got a melee guy and a ranged archer guy, it looks like. We're going to use front kick on the selected enemy, which... I don't see which one is selected. Where's front kick? Okay. So you deal 9 damage, and you put in 1 push to adjacent enemy, or advance, then deal 9 in 1 push. So I think I wanted to kick this person so they could fall off the edge, but I think they just want me to kick this. Oh, I see what they're charting on here now. What was confusing me is that red line that comes out to the edge this way. I think this is an Into the Breach mechanic after all, because I think what's going to happen is we're going to push this guy in the way. This dude's going to auto-fire because he's dumb. He's just a skeleton archer. He doesn't know any better, and that's going to hurt our guy. Or not our guy, but their guy. So once an enemy has been activated, they will attack at the end of the turn, regardless of the allegiance of their target. That's what I thought. So yeah, now the damage thing has switched to that skeleton. An enemy's info panel will also show the order in which they will attack on their turn. Ah. So won't that guy just move? If you see this icon in the enemy's info panel, it means they are currently primed to attack on their turn. Okay. And then they rearrange. Okay, gotcha. They can move during their turn. Depending upon their attack range, they may move towards you if they're close range, or keep their distance from you if they have a ranged attack. They will try to stay away from tiles adjacent to a void and get out of the way of other enemies. Okay. We're going to use Jab on this dude right here. He blew up. I don't know what just happened there. We just had a lot of sparkles. If an opponent is pushed out of the fight space, they are knocked out immediately. Enemies can be pushed over railings, windows, open doors, or anywhere you see a hazard marker, like this one. I'm not seeing the hazard marker. I think I know what they're telling me here, but I didn't see the hazard marker. All right, we're going to take a look at some more advanced mechanics. Some cards have an alternate movement amount. Use the option play card to move close to the enemy. Yeah, I was reading that when I was looking at the deck. So yeah, this says, oh, okay, I see. This card has a split down the middle. It's attack or move, whereas these are not like that. So we're going to do this. All right. We're going to move closer to this dude. We can use the environment to our advantage. Cards like Head Smash can be used only when the target is adjacent to a wall or a barrier. That's cool. Note that some cards like Head Smash will cause an enemy to face you, so they will attack you if they survive the attack. Look out for this icon on the card. Target will turn to face the attacker. Okay. I just noticed this thing that says end combo as well, which means there's combos in this game. We're going to head smash this dude. Wait, what? Oh, I didn't select it. I thought I did. That looks great. So now we're gonna block. Try and take some damage here. Or reduce it at least. So I think my health was 40, so I think the damage just went to the block. Any leftover block is usually lost at the end of your turn, so you can't turtle up. Okay. If an opponent is pushed out of the fight space, they are knocked out immediately. Enemies can be pushed over railings, windows, open doors, or anywhere you see a hazard marker like this one. Okay, I now think I know what the hazard marker is. I think if you see the yellow square that's currently highlighted, which is to point out what's out of area, I believe the hazard marker is the red line on the northwest facing of it. So we're going to just tell this guy to get out of here. Every time you make a successful attack, your combo level will increase. Combo is maintained between turns, but any movement you do will reduce your combo level by 1 for each tile of movement. Interesting. Okay. You need to reposition in order to attack. Note that with very few exceptions, you can only move in a straight line on the board. We're going to use dash to get closer. Some cards require a specific combo level before they can be played. For example, left spin kick requires 2, it looks like. Some cards increase your combo level without the need for an attack, such as Jolt here, which is just to raise your combo by 2. Alright, so now we can do a left spin kick, but note besides pushing enemies through a void, you can hurt them by pushing them against an obstacle. So I think he took damage from being right next to this table as well. Is that what I think happened there? I mean, it's what I think happened there. Am I right is my question. So this enemy is primed to attack me because he's got the red reticle. You can also choose to counter an incoming attack, allowing you to retaliate during their turn. Okay. Okay. Some cards like Grapple require multiple steps. We're going to select the card first. Okay. Then select the enemy and finally select the destination. That's awesome. As you progress through the game, you will come across cards and enemies with new abilities. If you need a reminder, you can hover over card to see next. Yeah, I've been doing that. First time you encounter a new mechanic, a help screen will pop up to explain it. You can enable and disable these help screens in the options menu. Sure. All right, as you play the game, you will accrue, I almost said acquire, weapons and equipment. You can see the effects of any equipment in the status panel. Over here, cards marked with a sword icon will use the effects of any weapon held. So long strike here, for example. So we're going to select long strike and we're going to attack this guy. We just broke him up into pieces. Even when holding a weapon, some attacks still use fists and feet. Cards marked as such will use any melee-related effects and modifiers. We're going to front kick this dude. Oop. I keep thinking it's selected when it's not. Pop. All right. Some cards cannot be played at all if you don't have the correct weapon. So in this case, it looks like we need a ranged weapon, which we do not have. And certain characters carry the attuned trait, which means they get access to powerful magic abilities. They are marked with this sparkly icon. Okay. We're going to use Fireball to finish off this knight. I missed. There we go. Nice. That looked good. What is an adventure without a party? During your quest, you will be able to control multiple characters at once. The whole party shares the same cards and deck, interesting, as well as momentum and combo. Okay, very cool. Use the buttons at the left side of the screen to switch between characters or select them in the play area. So we're going to go with the Brawler. Alright, your party will assist one another with support attacks. When one of your characters attacks, any other character in range of the target will attack immediately with a free attack. Okay, got it. So we're going to use Quick Strike. I'm going to use that on this dude. And because the other guy's there, it's the 1-2 punch. Now we got a support character, the Hunter. His support attack is ranged thanks to his bow. We're going to move the Brawler here. Nope. Oh, where's the dash button? Here. All right, now we're going to attack with front kick, and that's going to go in this dude's position, right? I think that's what it's saying. That's going to hit. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Interesting. I like this a lot. Now make use of what you've learned to use your whole party to take down the remaining enemy. Okay. Step is just to move a tile. Long strike. Move to the other side of an adjacent character or move 2 tiles and gain momentum. Huh. I feel like I thought this was going to be... Oh, hang on. Right, because you can only go on a straight line. Wait, what? Oh, I don't have the momentum. Right, okay. Wait, what is this showing me? I'm not sure what that's showing me. What is that? I'm not understanding it. Okay, it's not related to him. Interesting. I missed that until the end, and I didn't know exactly what that was going to be about. We have some story, it looks like. We're going to skip through that for right now. Interesting. Looks like a multi-path. So one thing I'm curious about this part is, do you pick a singular path, or are you able to take all of them I'm guessing all of them, but I don't know for sure. It could easily go either way. Okay. Well, you know what? I mean, I was pretty into this right from the start. Like very, very quickly. I love what this is doing. Let's see how this has been received, because like I said, it looks like this was already out, because it looks like according to Steam it released on 3/25/24. Let's find out if that's true. Oh, it appears I am in a demo page and not the store page. Okay, I'm looking. I don't know why some games have a demo page and a store page, and other games just have one page that is both. That's a weird thing to me. I wonder if anybody can explain that. So now looking at the store page, this is not out. So that demo page must have just been talking about when the demo was released. And I'm sure that's not even the version that I played. It's probably just when the demo went live. I see right off the bat it says, is this game relevant to you? And it points to Monster Train and Into the Breach. And so, yes, I love both of those. And so, yes, this game is absolutely for me. No sign here of a early access option. It is marked as coming soon. I don't see a release date, and I don't see any sort of reviews of that. On the demo page, there are reviews, and I'll just give you the numbers of all reviews at this point, which are very small. There's only 12, 91%, but I mean, there's only 12 there. So let me confirm what games have come out by Ground Shatter. They don't appear to have their own Steam page, so I'm looking at a store list here. So yeah, I'm only familiar with Fights in Tight Spaces. It looks like they've got another series called Rico, which I'm not sure if that's related to the law of Rico or what. And then something called Sky Scrappers. And I'll probably actually check both of those out, as well as I was gonna say, as well as move Fights in Tight Spaces to my wish list as well, but it's already there. So that's this game. I think it's pretty clear how I feel, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye, everybody.